nothing more to say, understand?
Mr. Hale, please! Mr. Hale!
I have to be here.
This is a bad idea, Max.
This is my choice. I'm not a victim. Anyway, what can they do? Arrest you?
I love you. I'm scared.
I know. I know.
You! Get your filthy hands off her.
Leave him alone, Dad.
Please, Mr. Clark.
You! Arrest him!
I'll arrest anyone, mate. I just chuck him out.
Problem.
Him! He's not allowed anywhere near it. It's in his bail conditions.
It's a bit tricky when we're all in the same building. Bail conditions don't apply when someone's surrendered to the courts.
Really?
What do you think you're doing?
Let's all cool down.
If you won't do anything, then I will.
Let's not make things any worse.
You couldn't.
Give me a few minutes with her.
Isn't there somewhere where I can go?
Now, let's phone your brief. Found her?
Voicemail. You'd be the first to know.
She said she'd be in early.
Kath. Oh, Griff, right. It's Hugh Evans. Work with Kath. Wondering if she was coming in this morning. Wouldn't he? How's that?
You said you wouldn't let him shout at Ben.
You said you wouldn't come.
I love him.
You mustn't say that.
Start to sound like Dad.
He's worried about you. He still thinks of you as his little girl.
You understand that, don't you? Don't you?
That's not the point.
Mr. Singh. What's all the press for?
Not us, don't worry.
Oh, good. Look, this is all got out of hand. A racially aggravated public order offence? I just called the man a stupid Welsh pig. That's what he is.
Yes, that's probably not a defense we'll use.
He's one of those weird ones, too. Nationalist. Had a rant at me. He's done it before.
When?
Look, the man takes himself far too seriously. Easy to wind up.
Honestly, you're late once. You get cameras, reporters.
Not today, Hugh. Do I look really rough?
You always look gorgeous to me. Did he go out, or...?
No, I stayed in. Only had one bottle of wine. Just not used to it. Don't worry, Hugh. I'm not about to turn into a raging alcoholic.
Still on for a 10 o'clock kick-off, then?
We'll start when I'm ready. Should make a change.
Mr. Khan, I don't think you realize that this is a serious charge. The courts are very hot on racial issues now. As you were overheard by several witnesses, there's...
I'm not pleading guilty. You do your job properly.
I'm not saying you should, but it would help if you appreciated the seriousness of your situation. The bench like a little humility. Now, this is an unusual case in that you can admit to the offense, but still plead not guilty.
Oh, good. How?
It's all about why you said it. We need to show that the remark about the Welsh was unintentional, heat of the moment.
Wait, there he is. Mr. Gadagan. No hard feelings, my friend. Couldn't we put this behind us? Such a lovely fella.
There's a room through here.
So, who is he then?
Sorry?
The other fella.
What?
Called on my girlfriend's last night with a view to whisking her away for a romantic meal and there's no one home.
We didn't make a plan.
No, it's routine. It was a spontaneous gesture on my part. Heard of those?
Oh, and I was meant to be there on standby.
Well, you never go out on a weeknight, as far as I know, apart from to the gym, and even then you're home by 8. You haven't taken up another form of exercise, have you? And neglected to tell me.
I was at my dad's.
Black coffee, lots of water, and lunchtime snooze.
I'm not hungover, thank you. I overslept.
Yeah. There's a resolve in that drama.
Who's that?
Just come in. Picked her up in a Heathrow car park. Trying to leave the country after doing a runner on bail.
Cleo. It's Tim. Tim Jarvis. Brenda's son. Remember she used to clean your boutique?
Little Timmy.
How are you doing?
Oh, marvellously.
How's your husband? Sorry, I forgot his name.
Martin. Not husband, though. Didn't marry. Never enough time.
Sorry.
He's dead. That's the problem.
Now don't move from here till we come for you. Understand?
Yes. Jealous?
You okay now?
Yeah. No. Of course I'm not. The whole of Pembridge thinks I'm some kind of pervert. You do too, don't you?
Well, I know you've pleaded guilty to the indecent assault of a 15-year-old girl.
She's 16 in 2 months.
Maybe she's 15 now.
So you think I should be locked up?
Well, in my opinion, isn't important. The mitigation.
Do you think I've slept with her?
Well, that's not something you should be asking me.
Well, I haven't. I wouldn't. I'm not that man. I never flirt with my pupils. I never look at them. Not in that way. We just used to talk. You know what it's like when it's wonderful, when you connect, when you don't have to explain everything, anything.
Yeah, just about, yeah, I do.
She's amazing. I refuse to lose her because she's 8 years younger than I am. I love her. Tell them that.
Morning. Are you nearly ready?
Your friend Warren's lodged an official complaint about Gaz. Excessive force.
What, when he threw him out?
I'll ring the agency today, tell them he's out of here.
Well, he's not a bad kid, just keen. And he has promised to be less gung-ho from now on. I've had a word.
Have you now?
There's nothing to say the next one won't be worse.
I'll need to see him.
Why was your phone switched off?
There was no signal at my dad's.
I haven't seen you properly for a while.
Let's go for an early supper tonight. I can't talk about this here.
It's come to my attention that the clerks of the justices was more than a little late. Try to make sure it doesn't happen again, eh?
First time for me.
Turned over a new leaf. Off the sauce. Early nights.
Spare me the sordid details, please.
So if he hadn't died early, they'd still be paying out his pension.
Exactly. So how have I stolen anything?
It is fraud, though, making out he was alive for 3 years.
I'd been pretending for a long time before that. He was dull. Too dedicated to his business. I'd have been left high and dry. If he'd ever managed to marry me like he promised, it would have been different.
Why did you want to marry a dull man?
Security. Safety. It can be a lonely world. The boutique went under 4 years ago. Nobody wanted the classy stuff anymore. Shouldn't you confiscate this scarf? Could hang myself.
Might not be that bad.
Your mother never liked me. There was resentment in her vacuuming.
Don't worry. She doesn't like many women. Hated my fiancé.
You married?
No, we split up. That's silly, really. She wanted me to put my mum in a nursing home. Mum wouldn't have it.
So you still live with your mother?
No, she's in a home now. Changed her mind shortly after my fiancé moved away. What?
Your worships may remember that on the 14th of November in this court, Mr. Ben Hale pleaded guilty to indecent assault. The case was adjourned for reports which are now available for you to consider sentence.
Thank you. Miss Gates.
Your worships, at 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday, the 16th of October, Mr. Jonathan Jones, the caretaker of Pembridge Girls High School, was carrying out a routine inspection of the school. He entered a classroom to find Mr. Hale and Miss Clark in a compromising position, which, by his guilty plea, the defendant has accepted amounted to indecent assault. The fact that this was a betrayal of trust is paramount. Mr. Hale was Miss Clark's teacher and committed a gross professional misconduct.
What are you doing?
I should be allowed to see this. You can't stop me.
What's the problem here?
I don't want my daughter exposed to this.
No.
To him again.
He doesn't want everyone to see that I support him.
Please, Max. This isn't helping.
Mr. Clark, the case has a direct bearing on your daughter. Don't think one can forbid her to attend. Miss Gates, would you like to carry on?
Oh, what will she say?
Oh, she's not going to sack me.
She'll probably say you won't survive long with any more complaints against you.
Well, people are bound to complain if I throw them out.
You're lucky all he's asking for is an apology.
Oh, and I can't fight my corner.
Don't you think you've done enough of that?
You've worked in the market. How many years, Mr. Cadogan?
I've had the store for 9 years now. Selling greeting cards, knickknacks and that.
And is the work seasonal?
Absolutely. These are the most important few months of the year for me.
In your own words, take us through the events of November the 10th.
Well, it was a really busy Saturday. I was late getting in because of the car and I missed my usual patch. So I set up in one of the side streets as I'm allowed to do. Anyway, I've been there about half an hour when Ekan comes running out of his shop telling me I can't stay there because I'm selling the same stuff as him. Now, he's a newsagent and tobacconist, so I can't see that I am. I mean, cards aren't his main trades.
And did you move your stall?
No, of course I didn't. I told him that I had every right to be there, and he came up real close and he called me a stupid, thieving Welsh pig. Lots of people heard him. And I'm sick of it, eh? Yeah? Why is it all right against us? But if I called him a black so-and-so, I'd probably get banged up. Yeah, wouldn't I?
Here's your water. You want some bread with that? Sorry.
I miss him. He was a stubborn, boring old git.
He was there for you.
We never took a holiday. A deal would always come up. He kept saying we can go next year.
die of?
Heart attack. I found him slumped in his chair in the study. He was doing his tax returns. How sad and useless is that? See, what he failed to realise is that next year doesn't always come.
But towards the end of this verbal exchange, you said to my client, did you not? You're all the same, you lot. What did you mean exactly?
Oh, that row of shops. None of them like the market people.
You sure that's what you meant?
Yeah, of course I am.
But you can understand how a reasonable man such as Mr. Khan may take that to be a racist slur.
Well, that's hardly my fault, is it? I'm sorry, no, I don't think he is a reasonable man. He's hardly tolerant anyway.
It was a racist slur, wasn't it?
You can ask all day if you like.
Vietnam?
Read all about it. Fabulous climate. Wonderful people. You can live like a king for a few £100. Maybe even better on the 60th hour I got put away.
Haven't the police?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I love the sun. You can't be miserable when the sun's out. Unfair, I know, but I do tan.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Factor 15. Take it slowly, 10 minutes the first day, etc. Yeah. Used to get quite a nice colour. I haven't been abroad for ages, though. Saving, see?
What for? A rainy day, is it?
What am I saving up for?
The ticket is still valid. They're still waiting to be picked up. You could have it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Singh.
Hey, tell you what, have a go, someone. Yeah? Come on, call me what you like. Right? Because I'm telling you now, the law will do nothing. All right.
Stupid. Still, they're not a clever people.
Mr. Hale has pleaded guilty to spare Miss Clark the trauma of the witness box. The quality of this relationship must be beyond question. It is only their timing that is equivocal. They had intended to keep this relationship both secret and platonic until Miss Clark's 16th birthday, barely 8 weeks from now, when Mr. Hale would have handed his notice to the school and then left the teaching profession. They would then have continued their lives together. Let's be honest here. This case isn't about victimization or sexual harassment. Maxine Clark is an intelligent and self-possessed young lady who is in love with a man 8 years her senior. Ben Hale has already suffered. He's lost his job, his income. He's gained a criminal record. And now he has his name on the sex offenders register. Hardly appropriate. No one will benefit from Ben Hale's incarceration. A man of previously impeccable character, least of all the girl this is meant to be protecting.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. We're retired to consider whether this court has the power to pass sentence.
Good stand.
He was a teacher. He abused his position.
She doesn't feel she was assaulted.
She was. She just doesn't realise it yet. None of us can say that she won't regret what's happened.
Can't you conceive of a situation where two people might simply fall in love? Met my wife when she was barely 16. I was in my 20s. What's that make me?
But it's the legal age of consent, and one which we are obliged to enforce. I think it should go to Crown.
We must think very hard before we destroy what's left of this man's life. And we're here to administer appropriate punishment, not vengeance.
Couldn't you just tell her that I'm really sorry? No, I can't, because I really, really am. Good. I want to keep this job. This is a proper job.
Sex, sunshine, fab food. We could look out for one another.
They'd think I was your toy boy.
Maybe. We put him right. You need to pull.
We can but dream.
Car to pick us up. Yeah. Champagne picnic. Then up in the balloon. How much? Any alternatives? Dry white wine picnic? I'll call you back. Booking a surprise for you.
What?
Loosen up. You don't need to know everything in advance.
Is that how you see me? Des.
What's this about? Am I in the doghouse for coming round unannounced?
Know why I went to my dad's? Fancy talking to someone sober.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I was intending on drinking mineral water last night.
One clean night and you seem to want a round of applause. I mean, if you do stay sober for me, it's usually after a week-long drinking bout. And then there's your new mates.
They're not my mates.
They knock on your door at all hours. You always answer. I mean, I have to prosecute these men. I don't want to make small talk with them.
Yeah, perhaps I'll just make a list of all my flaws, shall I?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Answer everything with a joke.
You're starting to sound like my ex-wives.
Well, I'm starting to know how they felt.
So I live off my wits. Never pretended otherwise. I thought you knew that about me.
Yeah, well. I can't do it anymore. I can't expect you to change. So maybe we should just accept that. It's not working, is it, Des?
So I'll cancel the hot air balloon trip, then, shall I?
Yes. Okay, on my way up.
Cheers.
Stand up, Mr. Hale. After much deliberation, we've concluded that although the charge against you is a serious one, there's much to be said in mitigation. Therefore, we find it appropriate to sentence you here. You'll go to prison for 6 months. Take him down.
Max, do you want to come home with us?
No. I want to die.
Don't be silly.
Let's try and put this behind us.
He's got 6 months. Yeah, and 3. It's a month after my 16th birthday. Do you honestly think you'll ever see me again?
Max.
You want to go near him again, you understand?
There's nothing you can do. I love him.
She's my daughter.
Case number 12, Your Worships. Miss Cleo Wharton. Hello? What do you mean they've gone? Gone where? Your Worships, it appears there may be a problem with this case.
Flash it up, Des.
Yeah, sorry for you.
You need to take it easy.
Wish I could.
Hi. I was going to leave this with the usher, but I may as well.
Right. I thought we talked about this.
It explains that I realise I may have given you cause for concern, and I'm sorry for that. I see now that your kindness to me that day was professional, not personal. I misunderstood the situation. I wasn't myself for a while, but I'm fine now, so you don't need to worry. You'll never see me again.
Is that a threat?
What? No, I'm relocating. Bristol, hopefully. It says in the... Bye, Ranjit.
Not your birthday, is it?
Nope. Found a new secretary yet?
Yeah, plenty. Trouble is, they all want pain.
Is it true?
We don't know who, how, or what. No sign of a struggle. Looks like they just walked out of here.
Excellent. And now you have to ring up the Trust No One Force.
Now I have to sit here all evening listening to idiot police asking me stupid questions.
When you'd much rather be tucked up in your hotel bed. Do you want me to do it?
I really...
Do you want me to do it?
You have to root around for the form. I've no idea what... Thanks, Hugh.
You wanted to see me?
Not really, no.
It's not easy, you know, Ranj. Don't suppose there's anything going at your firm, is there?
Well, no.
It's a joke.
We're not really your style, are we, Des?
Who is?
Des. Hi. What are you up to tonight?
I'm going to the office.
Look, I don't suppose you, No, it's okay.
What? Sorry?
Nothing. I, have fun at the office.